Yeah, the Альмера is an extremely important car for us because it's the first car that we've designed and developed specifically for the Russian market. And that's given us a number of challenges. The first challenge was to really understand what are the unique characteristics of the Russian market that we need to deal with. Most of it's captured by, one, the environment, so the extremely harsh winters and then very hot summers. And then the other is the roads, and actually they're a consequence of the environment because of the change of temperature and the ice and the snow and the treatment. Then the roads become very broken and are very rough. And also the customers here in Russia quite often visit what they call the dacha. They're like holiday home, their weekend home, and the roads that go from the main highways to those holiday homes are extremely rough and unprepared. So with that in mind, we had to design and develop this car to meet that requirement. So we've had to increase the strength of the suspension, particularly taking care of the stabby bar and the stiffness of the rear beam. We've had to add underfloor protection. So we've had, there's like sheet steel underneath the engine. We've also put sheets of steel to protecting the pipework and some of the cables under the car. The wash tank is 5 litres of water because there's so much dirt around. We need to keep the screen clean and we need to be able to refresh it. The trunk lid, you don't want to be closing it when it's dirty with your hands on the outside, so to have a pull down handle. So these are some of the characteristics that we've put into the car specifically for this market. This is the Duke Nismo final design version's kind of motor show debut away from Le Mans. This is an important car for the Russian market because Duke is now an important car in the market. It's outselling all of the other Nissans currently, so clearly the Russian customers like it. Going back to the road conditions that we've been talking about and about other cars, one of the reasons for it is that as a B segment car, this has got quite a high ground clearance. If you take a look at the front of the car, you can see how much clearance there is. And this is important because Russians tend to park in front of over curbstones, high curbstones and things like that. So the car's been extremely popular. They like the design. We want to bring the Nismo brand into Europe. Nissan Motorsport. And motorsport's just taking off in Russia. There's a huge interest in it. We've got great interest in the Signatech car. Our driver Roman Yusinov, the G-Drive sponsorship is all starting to build a story about motorsport, and here we have a car that's got some of that flavour, got some of that design, and we really think this car can appeal to a younger, sportier customer in the Russian market, and we've got really good hopes for it. So this is a really important car for the Russian market, particularly because it's built in Russia, in our St. Petersburg plant. And when we open a plant anywhere around the world, then we want to ensure that we deliver a car with Nissan's quality guaranteed. And this car is on sale. We're measuring the quality in the market, and we can categorically say that the quality is matching that of Nissan cars built anywhere else, whether it's in the UK, Japan, or the US, any other country in the world. That's really important for the market, and the Russian customers appreciate that. And they're now buying this car as a Nissan car, but also as a local car. And as we're producing the car, we're increasing the local content. So some of the components around me in this car are now actually made by Russian suppliers, supplied to our plant. And that's improving, well, guaranteeing the quality, but it's also improving the economics of the car, and it's giving employment to Russia, and it's making the cars even more acceptable in the market.